Muscular imbalance is a big problem not only within the gym community, but also with people in their daily lives. As you can tell, I don't say no to sweets, and most of the time it's chocolate chip cookies. I've been going to the gym on and off for about 4 to 5 years since I was around 13 years old, and I didn't actually learn about what muscular imbalance was until I was about a year or two in. Muscular imbalance is something most people don't know about that they probably need to, just because of the effects that it can actually cause to the body. So today I'm going to be telling you what muscular imbalance is, what are the causes and the effects, and how can you actually fix this problem. So what even is muscular imbalance? Dr. Frockingham talks about how there are two different types. There are bodily, and then there is also a joint. Bodily is the actual physical strength and size of a muscle. The imbalance comes from it being a different size opposing to the opposite side of the body. So for example, let's say your right shoulder is bigger than your left. This is going to be an imbalance. And then there's also joint. Joint comes from the inequality of the stretchiness of the ligaments or muscles around certain joint. Let's say your knee. If the inside is more stretchy than the outside, it's going to be limiting your mobility. For example here, this just shows you the different types. So here is a good looking knee, and then this one just shows the different, how much strain is on this one compared to this one, vice versa. Some of the causes are actually injury, doing repetitive movements, inactivity, and actually wearing shoes with heels. An injury can cause a imbalance because your body is naturally going to compensate for the opposing side that is injured or weaker. So if you break your collarbone on your right side, your left side is going to naturally try to strengthen itself to protect that right side. From the shoes with the heels, it's going to cause an imbalance in your ankles and your knees because you're constantly on your toes when you're wearing heels. You're constantly trying to balance your body, which is going to force your knee and your ankle to tighten up frontwards and backwards. And then inactivity, just say you work at a job that you sit all day. Your hips are going to become really tight, and so is your back. Some of the effects can be bad posture, limited mobility, and pain. Back to the working at a job that you sit all day. Whenever your hips or your back becomes tighter, it's going to cause pain and limited mobility. Most of the time, joint imbalances are going to cause some of the most pain rather than a bodily, because that's more of just physical. It can still cause pain, but the bodily is more of a visual imbalance that you can actually see. Bad posture comes with a muscle imbalance. Most of the time it's going to cause more pain in your neck and your lower back rather than anywhere else most of the time. How can you actually fix this problem? You can fix this problem by doing single-sided workout movements. Instead of doing a dual movement where most of the time your dominant arm is going to take over, do a single-sided movement. This is just where you take one arm to do an actual workout or do one leg, but you have to ensure that you actually use your non-dominant hand first, because with your non-dominant hand, it's going to be weaker. That means that you can match your left, say it's your left. You can match that left side to the right side, and yes, your right will probably slow down growth, but it's going to even out that body, making it one more pleasurable to see, like it's going to be more aesthetic, but also it'll relieve some sort of pain most of the time. And then stretching. This one is more for a joint bodily imbalance, or a joint imbalance, because this allows you to focus on that one area that is in pain and stretch out those tendons and ligaments to make sure that they stretch out equally. There are plenty of specific exercises you can do for such as your hips. This one right here, or you can do hip flexors where you sit on the ground and rotate your hips side to side just to stretch out that outer side and inner side. You can also change small parts of your part of your day, such as, say, if you work at a sitting job, you can try standing up if that's possible, or even your shoes. Instead of wearing heels where you're constantly trying to balance on your toes, you can wear flat-footed shoes such as Vans, and that'll allow your knees to kind of level out. Also, you can focus, when you're working out, focus on each part of the region that you're working on. So for example, if you're doing your triceps, long head, short head, and then that back side, this will even out that imbalance. And then honestly, if your pain is just too unbearable, it's best to just go to the doctor and get a reference to an actual physical therapist, because they have most of the time they have a clear path that you can actually go on to go on for recovery and fix that imbalance. Muscle imbalance is one of the most uncomfortable things that most people experience, and a lot of times they don't even realize they have it. So what are some things you could actually change in your daily life just to fix this problem?